When I was planning this video, I thought it was going to be a bit of a how-to on doing Anthotype printing. Yes, it was my first attempt, but I thought, how hard can it be? It's the simplest of the printing techniques. All you do is take plant material, spread it on paper, and then put something in the sunshine. No, that's not what happened. My first attempt at Anthotype printing, I had 3 different plant materials that I was using. The first one was moss from my mum's garden. Unfortunately, that ended up being more soily than mossy, and so it was really just watered down soil. The second one was some weeds that I gathered in my mum's garden. That one worked the best. And then the third one was frozen strawberries, which I'd found in my freezer, and I'd mixed with a little bit of vodka to make a paste. And a paste is what I'm going to call it. This one here is strawberries. You can see there's actually quite a lot of debris in the picture, but no definition to what's actually supposed to be on there. The moss, really just soil, just brown watercolour paper, no discernible image whatsoever. See, strawberry wasn't so bad. Look, there's some fern leaves on that. And then we had the weeds. We've got that one there, I think is the best one of the bunch, with the fern leaves quite clearly marked on there. But again, the other ones in that set, nothing. I don't even know how long they were out. Unfortunately, I did those, I want to say January or February, and so in the UK there was just no sun, or at least if there was sun, it just wasn't safe enough to leave them outside, so I had to put them in the window. My second attempt, I used, and there's actually tea stains now because I clearly give no value to these. So this one is raspberry and vodka, and I didn't have any creative thoughts here. I just did the letters for my children's initials. Now, this one may have worked better, but my impatience got the better of me. And I ended up wanting my printing frame back so that I could do the third attempt. So I took these off, but they're not so bad. You can see what they're supposed to be. And now we come to attempt number 3. I've used a box from part of my Patterson kit to protect the work table. So hopefully that's some good reusing there. I have cut up some bits of watercolour paper into different sizes, and I've also had a little think about what I want to print. So I've got a partially cut out mandala. I'm going to try and find some negatives that are high contrast. I've got some old film here which has not worked, but which otherwise would be waste, and I'm going to have a go at doing some sprocket holes along the prints. What I've got here today is rooibos tea, stewed beetroot skins, and I'm just going to try and evenly coat it, and raspberry and vodka. It smells more like a cocktail. So I'll probably end up applying 3 coats to each, and I'm going to let them dry in between. So while those are drying, I'm going to carry on cutting out this. I'll see you in a minute. This roll of ruined film came from my very first attempt at home developing black and white film. The dart bag I was using wasn't tight around my arms, so all this light got in. It took me so long. It was a disaster. About an hour's worth of light went into the film. For about a week now, these have just been sat in the window, but it's finally sunny, so they can go outside. Yeah. It is a bit of a laughing matter in this house that I am so organised when it comes to work things, but in my personal life I'm a complete scatterbrain, I'm messy, I'm just a bit useless really. And so perhaps Anthotype printing is not the best thing for someone who has a bad memory in that respect. This is my third attempt. I put them outside because there was actually sunshine. We're actually getting to British summertime, springtime. So out they went, and I was pretty good for the first few days, bringing them in at the end of each day, knowing that overnight it gets a bit too cold to leave them out. And then I forgot, and they spent 2 nights outside when I think pretty certain it got quite frosty overnight, which, strike number 1, that was 2 nights they were out like that. And then on the 3rd day, I thought, oh, well, they've been out in the frost, but it's a really sunny day, so I'll leave them there. I was in the middle of a work call, and I could see the heavens open. I had to just sit there and think, oh, my prints are getting soaking wet. But as soon as my work call was over, I ran outside, got them. But, I mean, I'm gonna hold this up for you. I haven't yet gotten them out. You can see where all the colours have spread with the wet. I am pretty worried about my negatives. I haven't had the heart to get them out yet, so I'm gonna be doing that on camera. But I'm gonna go for the easier one first. So this was the mandala on raspberry and vodka. Oh, but we do have an image. Oh, I quite like that. What do you think? Good? I like that. Well, that's a win. Next frame. That's not a good sign. Oh, I'm literally peeling the film off the glass. I mean, actually, there is an image. I mean, I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but you can see the ruin that I took the photo of. I'm really surprised. This one's not so good, but you can certainly see where the film was. You can actually see the tea stains on it. But that might be quite interesting for you film supers out there. Do you know what? That might be quite interesting to print, so, you know, don't knock it. And I mean, this was a ruined film anyway, but now it's got beetroot on it, so, you know, winning. I mean, these actually still feel soggy, and it's been probably 2 weeks that these have now been inside. Yeah, I've been putting it off for that long. I was so hopeful about the beetroot. I was so hopeful, but the rain has seriously gone to that. I mean, look, the back's pretty cool though. Anyway, I do have one more that was safe because I didn't have enough room in my printing frames, so I just put it on the windowsill, so that one was safe from the rain. But of course it was in the window, so it didn't get as much sunshine, but there is actually an outline. And because all good stories must have a conclusion, what have I learnt from this catastrophe? Well, number 1, anthotyping won't be my main form of printing. I just don't have the patience for it. I'm a bit too scatterbrained. But I think, especially now that we're getting to the summer, I will try again. Like, it is fun, and it's one that you can do with kids. You know, you can go and collect vegetables, use your leftover onion skins from cooking dinner, or like I did, the leftover beetroot skins boiled down. And you can just get messy with your kids in the garden. So I will do it. I will do it again. But it's perhaps not quite the success that I had envisioned when I started this. If you do want some more guidance, I'll put some good links in the description below for you. And so, to end my videos, I really wanted to do a little feature of comical images taken by the film community. I'm going to start with this week sharing my own image that I thought was funny, but then in future weeks I want to share your images. If you'd like to submit your image to be featured, then please either email me at schoolofholly@gmail.com, which is in the description. You can also submit using Instagram by using the hashtag funnyfilmphotography, which I'll be putting in my bio on Instagram so you can see that. And I really want everyone to start sharing their images because I just think we all need a laugh after the year we've had. So please get sharing.